Hello, this is Katie Slattery with today's news update brought to you by IHTN. As you may or may not know, it is Red Ribbon Week here at Indian Hill, and we were asked to do a video on it for the students. We thought we should see what the students know first, so we asked students the simple question, what is Red Ribbon Week?
What is Red Ribbon Week, Oliver?
Red Ribbon Week for drugs.
Good drugs.
Yeah, it's fight against drugs. Red Ribbon. Wear one for drugs.
Go Red Ribbon.
Drugs.
Mark, what's Red Ribbon Week?
I get to talk too.
You already said.
Propaganda.
I'll do it again. Red ribbon is love. Red ribbon is love and hair. And Ollie. Ollie loves red ribbons more than life. Some countries use red ribbon as currency. Others use it as punishment. I love red ribbon and you should too.
Week mean to you?
It means that
Don't do drugs.
don't do drugs.
We roll deep.
How deep?
6 foot.
6 feet under.
Robbie, what does Red Ribbon Week mean to you?
Red Ribbon Week means that you get second place. I don't know what Red Ribbon Week means.
Drugs and alcohol.
Drugs and alcohol?
Yeah.
It means do not use drugs and alcohol.
Good man.
Thank you.
Sean, what's Red Ribbon Week?
Was it AIDS? Somebody's dying of AIDS or something? I don't know. Maybe they're wearing it.
Sounds right.
What's Red Ribbon Week? What's Red Ribbon Week?
Red Ribbon Week is drug safety.
All right, you're out. You're lost. You're out. You can't participate.
Sam, what does Red Ribbon Week mean to you? Keep playing your game.
It's where you don't do drugs and promote not doing drugs.
There you go.
That's,
Is it important to you?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you for your time.
Hey, no problem.
Always a pleasure. All right, go ahead.
This is what happens when you don't listen during Red Ribbon Week.
Put your hands on the wall. Listen to me. Keep your feet out. Right hand.
I know my rights.
Put your hand on the wall. You want to go back?
No, sir.
Let me check.
What if he did?
As you can tell, not many students had any idea of what the exact meaning of Red Ribbon Week is. So we thought we would first share with you a little background information and then show you an interview we were lucky enough to get with Officer Walker. The National Red Ribbon Week celebration has been going on since 1988. It is sponsored by the National Family Partnership and has been held every year from October 23rd to 31st to honor the memory of DEA agent Kiki Camarena, who was assassinated in Mexico by a drug cartel in 1985. He believed that one person could make a difference. Inspired by Camarena, his friends and family began wearing red ribbons to commemorate his commitment against drugs. Now, individuals, communities, and especially schools throughout the country have taken up the banner of the red ribbon, continuing to honor that commitment to prevent America's youth from ever using illegal drugs. We here at Indian Hill are also joining in these celebrations. Students will be handing out ribbons during lunch and listening to various speakers in order to promote Red Ribbon Week. Now we have a very special interview with Officer Walker, who told us a few extreme cases in which making bad choices affected many lives.
Sure, I'll give you 2 stories. One involves alcohol, and the other one will involve drugs. Several people have heard this story in HM's class because I help with her Chem Stem class. This was, I don't know, when I was working up north by Dayton. Hit skip auto accident in a bar. You got the name, it was a van, had a business name on it. The guy had a prior DUI. He said he was possibly intoxicated, leaving the bar, hits a car in the parking lot and leaves. We go to the business. The van's there, the damage is there. We bang on the door. Suspect comes to the door, opens it up. There's four of us in the doorway, 4 policemen. The first officer he encounters, he kicks between the legs and drops him to the ground. The second officer, he punches in the face, takes him down. Then he runs into the building. The building the business was a kitchen cabinet manufacturer. Got a lot of wood, a lot of power tools and things like that. Well, he runs into this dark warehouse. My partner and I chase after him. Not knowing what he's gonna do, we've got our expandable batons out. He's probably, 50 feet ahead of us. And he runs around these pallets. Skids are stacked, 10, 12 feet tall. It's dark, very, very dimly lit. Hear a sound, hear a tool or machine kick on. So my instinct was, oh my God, he's gonna come after us with a saw. So you put your baton away, you draw your gun. Come around the corner. We come around the corner just in time to see a large saw. It's a 4-foot radial arm saw. The blade is 4 foot in diameter. Lays his head down on it. It's all computerized. Hits the button, and not only does he cuts his head off. Not only does he cut his head off, he watches it. You know why he does this?
Why?
After talking to his family, he's convicted of 1 DUI. If he was convicted of a second one, he would have had to serve 3 days in jail. So he cuts his head off. And of course, who does that affect? It affects his family. Does it affect me? Does it affect my partner who had to witness that? Oh my God, yeah. Nobody wants to see someone else cut their head off.
Yeah.
It affects the 2 guys that he injured. So that's alcohol. And another one involving, say, drugs. I was working night shift again. We get an accident up on I-75. It was a family coming from Florida, husband and wife, in a van with their 2 twin 5-year-old sons in the back of the van in the bed, sleeping. It's probably 3 o'clock in the morning. A woman just got off of work at a local bar, had some drinks, was doing some cocaine. Coming up behind him in a hurry to get home, rear ends the van, hits the van so hard that it rips a hole in the back left corner of the van, sends the van into a spin. It goes into the median. When Dad, the driver of the van, gets out of the car, one of his 5-year-old sons is hanging halfway out of the van, out of the wreckage, covered in blood. Dad removes the little boy. I arrive. Of course, he's very emotional. His 5-year-old little boy is dead there, laying in his arms. Dad's covered in blood. The driver of the other car is yelling and screaming at Dad, the driver, because she thought it was his fault. She thought that he hit him. She's so high. She caused a real problem, didn't care that this little boy was dead. His little brother was crying, witnessed it. The other little boy was okay. And she's in prison now. She was convicted of a felony, of course, because anytime drugs or alcohol are involved in an auto accident, it makes it aggravated. So it was an aggravated vehicular homicide. She went to prison. Her family's disrupted. Can you imagine the impact that this has had on the victim's family? Mom and Dad lost one of their sons. What about, the other 5-year-old little boy? I think about this often. How's he doing today? He saw his little boy, his little brother, bloody in Dad's arms. Dad coming back from Disney World, coming back from vacation, going home. It affected me. There's nothing worse than having to see that and having to, hold a dead child. I've had to do it once before where a father killed his 6-year-old little boy, and it's very troubling, and it's something I think about, today. I think about it often. And if this lady wasn't drinking, wasn't doing drugs, this probably would have never happened. They probably would have enjoyed, trips to Disney World over and over and over again. Do you think they'll go back to Disney World? I doubt it. It's a terrible memory. And I can't stress enough the importance of being alcohol and drug free, especially through, high school and college. I mean, you guys are creating your lives, and there's so many other things that you can do out here than to waste your time on this. There's time for drinking if that's your thing later when you're old enough. There are more important things right now.
Okay.
Drugs are never the answer.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for joining us today, Officer Walker.
Thanks
It's
for
been
having
very
me.
nice
I
meeting you.
I appreciate it. I like doing this.
Thank you for joining us. We hope that everyone learns a lot during Red Ribbon Week. I'm Katie Slattery, and this was another news update brought to you by the Indian Hill Television Network.
Mr. Hout, what's Red Ribbon Week?
What's what?
What is Red Ribbon Week?
That's the week that everybody stays off bad items.
There you go. Thank you for your time. Hey, bake sale people. French Club. We have a question for you.
My hat.
My hacks might be.
Sorry, guys.
What is Red Ribbon Week?
Drug awareness.
There you go. What does it mean to you? Like, how important is it to you?
It means to stay drug free.
If you do drugs, you're going to die.
It means not to ruin your mind with drugs.
Nice. Simply put,
Don't do drugs. Support my hat.
Yeah.
all right.
Clear thinking.
Eat our food.
What is Red Ribbon Week, guys? Drug free is the way to be. It's for like
Anti-drugs.
drug free. Drug free America.
It's to support a drug-free Ohio in the United States.